Mass Rep Cleon Turner, and an opinion piece on the Barnstable Patriot website writes The Problem with Ballot Initiatives by Rep Cleon Turner. Cleon.turner@masshouse.gov is his email address. His telephone number is 617-722-2090 if you want to weigh in and respond to Rep Cleon Turner. That is one way. Another way is also to write a letter to the editor, to the BarnstablePatriot.com website. Rep Cleon Turner writes, The Problem with Ballot Initiatives. Legislation, whether filed by a legislator or bound on a ballot question, is often wrought with vagueness. When legislators draft vague legislation that addresses an issue worth pursuing, it goes through a process of committee review, public hearing, Ways and Means review, and floor debate where amendments that could tighten fuzzy issues can be added. Ballot questions do not have the same opportunity for vetting. He goes on to write about the need to pass new laws related to medical marijuana, the medical marijuana initiative that passed. I found this very interesting, where Rep. Cleon Turner, who has been a Mass State Rep for seems to be quite some time, has sat by year after year after year while patients like myself, patients like Marcy Duda, a grandmother in Massachusetts who's had brain surgery, she's been prescribed serious drugs like OxyContin. She has testified year after year after year at the Mass State House about her need for medical cannabis and how it helped her, and it really did save her life. As well as so many other patients, mothers, grandmothers, nurses, medical professionals, caretakers. So many people have testified at the Mass State House related to medical cannabis and about wanting to see patients get access. Year after year after year after year, decades, we have filed bills at the Mass State House. They have received hearings, yes, but where have they gone? The Massachusetts Democratic leadership, which Rep. Cleon Turner supports, has never allowed it to come to a floor bill. They've never allowed it to get to any place where it would actually become a law and pass. I find it's so ridiculous that Cleon Turner is taking this politician-like tact on medical marijuana, on patients, on the backs of patients. The title of his piece is The Problem with Ballot Initiatives. The true title, if we were speaking the truth in the Barnstable Patriot, and I hope that they do print the truth, because I did respond. I wrote my letter to the editor in response to this ridiculous piece. And the title of my piece would be The Problem with Mass State. Let me say that again. If I had my way, it would be printed The Problem with the Mass State House and politicians like Cleon Turner, who have done nothing, who didn't help patients, who year after year did not help patients. They turned their back. They didn't have any courage. They didn't allow it to come to a vote. They didn't make any public statements against their own party to help the patients. They just stayed silent. They followed orders, and they did nothing. They did nothing to help the patients year after year for decades in Massachusetts. They sat there and watched people like Marcy Duda and myself suffer in pain. And now that it's passed by initiative, Rep. Cleon Turner wants to blame the initiative process, when the initiative process was the only way that patients like myself and Marcy Duda and many hundreds, maybe thousands of other patients in Massachusetts could actually get legal relief from this medicine that is non-toxic, non-addictive, non-harmful, the best medicine we could ever use, that has allowed me to not take any more prescription pills, to give up all the oxycodone, the hydrocodone, the Percocets, the naproxens. I don't take any of those pills anymore for my back pain, which is a severe back injury for the last 15 plus years. I haven't taken a pill. The only pills I ever take once in a while is a Tylenol when the cannabis isn't strong enough because the pain is so much. And that is very infrequent. Mostly my pain is a daily, just dragging pain, and cannabis works 100%. It's a perfect medicine for me. It's a light medicine that is non-toxic, non-harmful to myself. Cleon Turner did nothing to help me. The initiative process helped me, and now he wants to complain about the initiative process and that they have to pass new laws to fix the initiative process, to protect supposed landowners who are actually, when you look at who's actually behind these proposals, it's connected Democrat politicians again. This municipal organization, this association, is run by a former Democratic elected official in Massachusetts. This is the same gang of Democrats. For some reason, I don't get this. Why are Democrats in other states like Maine and even in our congressional delegation more sympathetic to cannabis, medical cannabis? Why is the Mass State House? What is wrong with this group of people? What is wrong with Cleon Turner? Why does he continue a crusade? He continues to pretend that he cares about patients, but he's never helped a patient. He's never publicly spoken out and really fought for medical cannabis, but every single time there's an opportunity, he's speaking out against this medical marijuana initiative. He's backing laws to really gut this medical marijuana initiative, to basically do exactly what he says he doesn't want to do. He wants to discriminate against medical marijuana patients, just like we've been discriminated for years. He wants to continue that discrimination. Because I choose medical cannabis, I should be penalized for the rest of my life, and my housing choices, and my employment opportunities. I should be penalized. I shouldn't be able to participate as an adult in Massachusetts. That's what Cleon Turner supports. And Cleon, if you don't agree with me, if you have an issue, continue to write crazy in the newspaper, and I'll continue to go after you, or come debate me. Let's have a conversation about this. I plan to call your office. I plan to challenge a public debate with you. I'd love to talk to you, discuss this. We don't even have to call it debate. Let's call it an adult conversation. Let's be reasonable. I would like to discuss these issues with you on my show, Two Hotheads, where activism happens, on Unregular Radio. Have a good half hour, uncensored, unmoderated, just you and I, peacefully, productively discussing this issue from both sides. I feel like you guys have let us down. I want to have this discussion publicly. I want people to know where we stand on our side, and I'm more than willing to hear your side of it. I just don't understand. Where are you for the meetings? Where there are medical marijuana state hold their hearings? Where are you for them? There are medical marijuana representatives in the state. Which ones are you talking to? I just want to know, what are you doing for medical patients? Mass State Rep Cleon Turner's and other politicians who continue to speak out for reefer madness, politicians who continue to want to pass new laws to get rid of the medical marijuana bill that was just passed by 65% of mass voters in Massachusetts. Where are you? Who are you speaking to?